You have written your manuscript and now it's time to format it. But there are thousands of fonts out there. It's easy to get lost among all the names and styles. In this video, we will make it simple. You will learn which fonts to use, which fonts to avoid, and why the right choice makes a huge difference. Let's start with the basics. The fonts depend on the genre and the style of your book. If you are writing fiction, a novel, a romance, you should always choose serif fonts. Serifs are those decorative strokes at the end of the letters. They are not just there for beauty, they make the text more readable. Those little strokes help your eyes move from one letter to another, making reading along paragraphs easier and more comfortable. Here is a quick comparison on the screen. On the left, you see a serif font like Garamond. On the right, a sans-serif font like Open Sans. Notice the difference. Serif fonts feel smoother and more natural for reading, while sans-serif fonts looks cleaner but a bit too sharp for long text. That's why serif fonts are perfect for body text of printed books. Now let's look at the best serif fonts for your book. My top recommendations are Garamond, EB Garamond, Crimson Pro and Baskerville. These are elegant, classic and highly readable. They were designed for print, so they look amazing in paperback and hardcover. Let's compare them. Garamond feels traditional and slightly warm. EB Garamond is a modern version with more consistent shapes and sharper edges. Might look a bit thinner though. Crimson Pro is more contemporary. It has higher contrast and feels cleaner, which works great for most of books. Baskerville is refined and formal, perfect for historical or literary works. Each has its own mood, but all are excellent choices. You can also use serif fonts for chapter titles and headings. Fonts like Carmaron, EB Garamond and Playfair Display work beautifully for larger text. They have thin, elegant strokes that look refined when scaled up, while some others, like Baskerville, might appear too big when enlarged. So always test your titles before finalizing your design. Now, what about sans-serif fonts? Sans-serif means without serifs, so letters look clean and more geometric. They are great for contrast. You can use them for the titles, subtitles, headings, or for short passages of text, but never use them in the main body. Since they lack the natural flow of serif fonts, reading long text with sans-serif fonts is tiring and less inviting. Here are some excellent sans-serif fonts: Railway, Open Sans, Montserrat and Noto Sans. They pair very well with serif fonts. For example, EB Garamond with Railway gives a professional and elegant look, while Crimson Pro with Montserrat feels more modern and fresh. You can use these pairing techniques in self-help books, cookbooks, or technical guides. It adds contrast and structure to your design. For cookbooks and magazines, you can go even more creative with headings. Try DM Serif Display, Abriel Fatface, Cinzel or Badoni. These fonts have personality, elegant but bold, perfect for headings and chapter openings. Children's books, on the other hand, need something more playful. For headings, try Caveat, Titan 1, Permanent Marker, Patrick Hand or Caveat Brush. For body text, stick with something simple and clear, like a clean serif or comic noir, so that's easy for kids to read. Avoid overly fancy or messy handwritten fonts, since they can make reading difficult for children's eyes. If you are working on a horror or dark fantasy book, there are some great free fonts too, like Ether, Cripster, Nosifer and Metal Mania. Use them for titles or chapter openers, but not for the main text. These fonts help set the mood right away. For quotes or decorative elements inside the book, try Dancing Script, Parisian, Caveat or Satisfy. Italic fonts of classic serifs like Baskerville or Crimson Pro also work beautifully. Finally, let's talk about the cover. On the cover, you want to use condensed fonts. Condensed fonts are narrower and larger, which allows you to make text as large as possible. On the left, you can see a regular version of Montserrat. On the right, ASAP condensed. The condensed version looks tighter, stronger and more impactful. Perfect for titles that need to stand out on the cover. Use it for the main title and keep the subtitle in a regular or lighter font for contrast. Let's summarize. For the body text, always use serif fonts. They are more professional and more natural. For titles and headings, you can use sans-serif fonts. And you always want to match the fonts with each other and with the genre and style of your book. For covers, condensed fonts will make the title stand out. Now one last thing, Times New Roman. Most authors still use this font by default, but please don't use Times New Roman for your book. The thing is that this font was made for newspapers and magazines, and it was made narrow, so the letters of Times New Roman are narrow and tight, which allows to pack as many letters inside one column as possible. It's not readable for books. When printed, it will not look professional and modern. If you want your book to look professional and readable, please use one of the fonts that I have described. If you follow these tips, your book will look polished and more readable. And the best part of this is that all these fonts are free and available on Google Fonts. All the links below in the description. If you found this video helpful, subscribe to my channel for more tips about book formatting, book design and self-publishing. Hi, my name is Akadil and I am a book formatting designer and publishing expert with more than 12 years of experience. Over the last 3 years, I have completed about 1,500 orders on Fiverr and received excellent feedback from authors around the world. On this channel, I help self-publishing authors format their books, design covers, and publish on Amazon KDP and many other platforms. Join me because I will be sharing a lot of useful videos for self-publishing authors and designers.